Hello everybody and welcome back to Lucky by Nature. So on this video I'm gonna show you how to make it super easy to beat the Cave of the Strong. As you can see, I'm using a Giga, and I will show you towards the end of the video. I will show you how to get a Giga in here, and so I'm gonna be using a Giga, and I'm also gonna be using a UT. Because obviously the Giga is only good for this area right here. And I think we're pretty much clear. Oh, okay, we have a couple of little things here and there. And of course, as you know, you can actually use cryopods to pick them back up. So that's what we're gonna do. Now that this guy has done his job, we'll go ahead and pick him up. Oops. Oh, it's injured, really? Oh, I guess it was a little bit injured. And we got a whole bunch of levels, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and put all that into melee. Looks like we missed one guy over there. So let's go ahead and clear him out. Ugh. This is a little rough right here, trying to turn around and stuff. Alright, there we go. So now we should be able to put him away. So let's put this guy away, and now it's important to use the UT because he makes the Perlovias come out of the ground, which is pretty nice. And it's better to use this guy on the first person view because you're gonna be going through areas where you won't be able to see otherwise. And so I'm just gonna go through this as quick as possible, and anytime you're about to turn the corner anywhere, make sure you use the little scream there. Also, to use these to make these guys weaker, it's always good to use its roar. And the beauty about this guy is that he will protect you from Perlovias even if you do miss some, because he's so tall and big. Kind of like the Rex. For the most part, the Rex would protect you as well. But I do like the UT in this cave better than I do the Rex. And when you see a large amount of dudes coming at you like this, just go ahead and make them a little weaker, so that way it's easier on us, because these, as you know, these guys can hit like a freaking tank. And now that we are about half health, we need to make sure that we use up some of the meat to make their health go up a little faster. Right here at 21,000, I'm still kind of comfortable around that point, because I mean, I've gone through most of the way just with that much health. So if it goes down, you know, then I'll go ahead and do it again and bring it back up to like 21,000. There we go. Easy. As you see, we did pretty good. So I'll go ahead and bring it up to 22,000. and we should be able to go with that. Another option that you could do is you could use baryonyx. Baryonyx do come in, but it is a little trickier with it. We've used that on official, but this method on official PVE is by far way better. And also remember that if you have a lot of these guys coming at you at the same time and they end up eating the carcasses, they insta heal. So you do not want that. If you're using a baryonyx, you can kill the fish and eat them, and you will get a lot of health back real quick. But I would call that like the easy mode. This what I'm showing you now is the super easy mode. Oh, nice. And the UT does fit through the whole way. And like I said, you can do this, bring your Giga in and your UT into this cave without having to raise anything, because that does suck. And like I said before, we do use this on PVE official servers. So make sure you stay to the end. I'll show you exactly how to do it. I see a little bunch of dudes over there by where the drop usually is. So I'll just give it a little bit of health there. Let's on cruise on over there. Oof. So for these guys, try to get them when they're still in the water, because that's a lot. We're gonna take some damage here. Not bad, not bad. Let me see. Oh yeah, we're doing good. Here they come. Let's make them a little bit afraid. I will try to go through this as quick as possible, because, and I don't want to, you know, make the video to where it's sped up, because sometimes you might miss some stuff. So I think we're doing good. Here, let me see if it'll reach those Perlovias. Yep, it'll reached one. And the reason is because that I did that is because I didn't want to get off the UT and this guy jump out at me, because I think it could reach me. So hopefully the Santa's helper is not gonna do anything. These Santa helpers down here are much tougher. Usually they're much higher levels than they are up in the snow. That was a 175. I've seen them all the way up to 250. They're not quite as strong as the abominable snowmen, but they're still pretty strong. I think they have probably around 20,000 health if they're 250. Otherwise, the normal ones at level 100 only have like 3,000. They're super weak. But I'm just thankful that we don't have any abominable snowmen down here. That would be terrible. Yeah. Whew. Okay, thank goodness that wasn't the other type. There we go. And also make sure that you have a pick here. If if you've never done this, make sure you have a pick because you gotta be able to get through here. And back in my noob days, I actually did not bring one, and so we ended up having to go back. So I learned the hard way. And it sounds like Raptor Claws is doing his rounds. Okay, so right here, you can get off, no problem. And this is a good resting spot. Usually you're perfectly fine here. Once we go further in, then we'll have to deal with usually a pretty large group of things. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. So this is where we're gonna probably get the most damage. And this is where things could eat carcasses, so I do try to bring just a small group at a time. There we go. And I do like to use the monkeys because they don't eat, obviously, they're just hitting. So it's kind of nice. But the dire wolves do eat stuff, so... Holy smokes. We're gonna have to replenish some health here because... Look at that, we're down to 16,000. Luckily they kind of chilled for a little bit. But this is pretty typical. If you're on official, the AI is pretty dumb on official servers. On unofficial servers, the AI is much smarter. But if you feel pretty gutsy, you can also do it on foot. It takes these guys a little bit to react, and so you can run right next to them or right by them, and they'll sit there and just basically watch you as you go by. It's pretty ridiculous. So remember, this is for PVE, okay? PVE only, not PvP, because PvP usually you have people hold up in these places. And it's pretty good if you have it because obviously you can sit there and farm the crap out of it, which is nice. Because you can get some pretty good stuff off of here. Oh man. The dire bears, I think, are the ones that you really have to watch out for, because these guys hit hard. Okay, oh, another one. Did they change their minds? I guess they changed their minds. So I gotta try to get my health back up to about 20,000, just little by little, because I don't typically like to stay here for long periods of time, just trying to get the health back up. So I usually do about 1,000 points at a time. If I'm lucky, whenever I get attacked, I don't get, hurt too much, and hopefully I won't lose the 1,000 health that I work on. All right, it's good enough for now. There's a Perlovia there. the cool thing is sometimes when you do use your roar, they sometimes do freeze like that, or they run in circles, which is great for us. Okay, we're I think about halfway, maybe. Let's go up a little bit more here. Let's get to 19,000, and then we'll move on again. There we go. And right here we can do it in third person. Oof, look at all those hidden guys. Holy. This is the perfect spot for us because we can get most of them while they're down at the bottom. As you can see, some of them are coming up. In this situation, we'll have to kind of back up a bit, kind of push them off a bit, so that way we won't get hurt too much. Whoa. Okay, here comes the rest of them. I do really like the knockback on this guy. Because that does help quite a bit. And we gotta stay away from those carcasses, so that way when they try to bite, they don't bite the carcass. They'll have to come really close to us. Now that they're all the ones that can actually eat our carcasses are gone, now we can relax a little bit and just go straight ahead. Okay, it doesn't look like anything's there. Let me go ahead. We might get to 1,000. Let's see. Okay, let's try to move our health up a little bit again. Alright, there we go. Back to 19,000. And we're just gonna go up through the top to avoid a bunch of that nonsense down there. But then we'll have to deal with it on our way back. But hopefully that'll give us a little chance to get some of our health back. And plus there might be a something up here, maybe. Hopefully. Nice. Oh, perfect. Look at that. And they're usually red. We just run fast. Boom. Easy. Ooh, holy crap. That will help us a bunch later on. And right here, if you want to, you can just sit here and try to replenish as much health as you can. That's definitely an option. But for the sake of this video, I'm not gonna do that. Plus, I don't think I have enough meat to get the whole 40,000, but you can. Now, the issue though is that if you take too long, everything is gonna spawn back at the top, and so, you know, of course you will have to deal with that as well. So typically I only like to, you know, go through all these dinos once, and hopefully most of the way back is gonna be clear. But as you can see, we're already at back at 20,000, and I'll go ahead and continue once I get to 20,000. And I feel pretty comfy with that. And so the same thing, just run and then roar, scare these guys, make them a little weaker, make them run all in circles, because that's pretty funny. All right, we're cruising. And here we are going to need the pick once again. And this is where it gets a little tougher, but we should have no issue. We're only gonna break a little bit, just enough for us to get through. We don't need this stuff right here, so we'll just throw it back out. And now we're gonna try to draw some of them over here, just like this. It's a very high level. Let's see how we're doing. Brought us down about 400. So just one stack of meat should almost get us there again. There we go. Let's continue. And this is that little room right there where all these guys are. That's usually where a lot of Purlovias are. Holy smokes. Yeah, a lot of them are going to be coming at us. But the cool thing about the bears is that they're so big that they usually block the other ones. And we have such a long reach. There we go. So the biggest thing that I focus on here is, like I said before, the carcasses. So as soon as I see a carcass go down, I go back further and in hopes that they don't bite it. Oh crap, there's a freaking bear right here next to us. I didn't even see it. Nice. We're getting pretty full, pretty heavy. It's probably all this pelt that we're getting. So throw that out, and that greatly improves our weight. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. Fight a whole bunch of these guys. Those dire wolves, they're pretty easy to kill, but if they do get under you, man, they can cause a lot of damage. Okay, these guys are gonna do some damage here. Oh nice, they all went down at the same time. Alright, oh, we got another little critter. These guys have such a low health pool. But they bite so fast. Look at that. That one did that much damage. That's why those are the ones that I definitely try to keep at a distance, because man, they do a lot of damage really quick. Alright, so we got most of them this time around. Hopefully these guys will never touch us. And those are too scared to move, so I'll take advantage of that. And so are these over here, looks like. Yeah. For a second I thought they were stuck. Perfect. And that monkey, you know, a lot of times monkeys, they don't really move. They just sit there. And I don't know, it could be because we are on a UT and, you know, oh, spoke too soon. He wanted to take a little swipe and then run like a chicken. Alright, so we're now getting to the end. We're very close now. Here you want to grab them while they're in the water. But not like, don't go right up to the water. Let them come up on the land and then push them off. Because if you hit them in the water, they won't get pushed back. And I found that if I let them kind of hit the land a little bit, that it helps. This guy got scared. Yeah, so let them come back a bit and see the knockback. Does a great job. Now here, it's a little tricky because even if you run fast, I don't think you can make it across. So you have to go slightly to the right a little bit. The good thing about ASA now, though, is that they made it to where the water doesn't hurt you. But look, let me try to get rid of the heaviness. There we go. Okay, that took care of a lot. We have lots of meats. Okay, let's go ahead and get the... Oh, something I'm mad. Oh, so they're in the wall. I was like, what the heck? I like that. But I will tell you this: don't think that these guys will be stuck there forever, because if you ignore them, they may end up making their way out, and then they could surprise you. So you don't want that. So if I can, I will try to kill them. I'm not. Oh, there it is. I am getting a... There we go. It was definitely registering. A registered hit. Okay, so like I said before, for this one you just run and you jump and you should be fine. Piece of cake. All right, so here, even if you run, like I said, oh, look at that. Awesome. So I was able to do it. Most of the time that I do it, it fails. Let's see. I think I just went slightly to the... No, you can. Okay. Because I would get stuck right here. But if you do get stuck right here, you just go slide to the right and then you can go back up. Okay, so don't panic. Oh, did those guys fall? What? Oh no. Okay. These guys made it through. See how we're doing on health. 18,000. Not bad. So I'll do one stack and then we'll carry on. There we go. We'll try to, in case a Perlovia is in there somewhere. So all kinds of stuff in here. Yeah, this is where we have to watch out. One of these, one of these bears doesn't eat the carcass, so that's why I tend to, once a carcass goes down, I do tend to go back, like I said before. As you can see, these guys, they fit through all of this, which is amazing. I'm being a little bit more aggressive here because we're like towards the end, so we should be able to survive no problem. Just do your howling. Gives me a chance to take you out. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Down to 16,000. It's kind of funny because I always go down to 16,000. I usually start out with like half health. I should really, whenever we get out of here, I should really replenish all the health. Because this is ridiculous. Why I do this, I do not know. I guess I like the excitement. And it looks like a helper is up there. There you go, nice and easy. I don't know what level it is, but it won't matter. We should have plenty of health to deal with it. And look, he's scared, so that's definitely good news. Oh! See, that's a 250. And watch, I'll show you. I'll show you it. Oh no, I'll leave it alone. Well, I was gonna show you it's hell. But here we are, guys. We finally made it to our destination. Easy. And we're still at 16,000, which is great. So I'll do this one stack and then we'll continue on. Alright, so now we can cruise back fairly fast. Oops. Couldn't see a thing. And now it's not so bad if you fall into the water. As you can see, there's something down there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to fall into the water. I'm going to get off this guy and I'm going to get this drop. So just be aware that there's a drop there. We're not getting hurt. We are a little cold, of course. And now we can just swim back. Come on, big feller. Okay, there we go. He's a good swimmer. Just gotta make sure that he keeps his head out. Okay, so right here you have a couple of options. You can try to, as you can see, I think that there's a spot over here on the left. Otherwise, you'll have to go on to the right. Yeah, it is right here. Otherwise, you could go back that way and then run back over. But otherwise, you can't get it, and you have to be careful because your dino can drown. So. Okay, so we did go past this area, and so now we're gonna have to deal with it. But usually it's a lot of dire wolves and some perlobias. Well, we do have one monkey there, but I'm not too worried about him, since usually they just sit there and in shock until that wears off. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all, right? Oh, we got a guy right there. We almost messed up. I still don't think it would have gotten us, but there's always that possibility. Alright, so that is pretty much it. Now we can cruise on back as fast as we can. We don't have to fight anymore. I heard a dire bear, but it could be stuck in the wall somewhere. Go into first player mode so we can see where we're going. And so hopefully, I hope that I was able to explain this as well as possible to help you out. So that way you'll know what to expect and what you need to do at every, turn. All right, now we can cruise on. And as you can see, I don't really bring much stuff on my person just because you really don't need it. This is pretty easy with these dinos. And you want to check to see if there's a drop there, because usually there's one right there. But not this time. It's usually in the water. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how it is that you can get these dinos in here without having to grow them. I'm sure some of you already have an idea, but for those that don't, I'm going to show you. Alright guys, so this is my secret. As you can see, I have a cryopod, and if you go to these exact chords, right here, 24.5 by 28.2, you can actually put down your cryopod or your cryo fridge, and it will reach right to that area where I put out that giga. And so yeah, you don't have to raise babies or anything. But the bad thing about it is that there are some servers that don't have anybody on there, but as soon as this video comes out, you know that the servers are gonna have somebody on these if they don't already. But for those people on console, you probably have the best chances at getting this spot. So whenever we heard that we were getting the cryo fridges and cryopods, and once we found out how they worked, the very first thing we did is race over here, because I had an idea that it might reach that area where we were at, and luckily I was correct. I thought about other caves, but really I don't really care about the other caves because they're all easy to do, but this is much harder than the rest. For instance, the swamp cave is still very easy to do with a pretty good baryonics. I mean, it doesn't even have to be imprinted, and you can still do it easily. Just wear a gas mask. But anyways, I will do a video for all beginners out there, so that way you can see that it doesn't have to be hard. But anyways, I hope that this helps you out. So until next time, keep surviving.